Hello and welcome to Yumina the Ethereal Lynx here, and well, we have kind of a day off in the game. Kind of. I mean, we probably still need to be on alert, but let's check out if we can actually relax for like 5 minutes. I feel myself drifting to sleep as I lie on my bed. That's gonna happen after I record this episode. Wait a minute. I'm facing grave danger. I figured I wouldn't be able to sleep at all. But my body is pretty tired, and just lying down is enough to make it feel heavy. Looks like my nerves are thicker than I thought. That's the last thought I have before my consciousness blinks out. Actually, this is where I should have ended the previous one. Anyway, we didn't come under attack even once while we were busy repairing our damage. No complaints. The repairs were conducted by the mechanics aboard the Zelrem and Deal's ship, as well as reinforcements flown in from nearby bases. It's been a little less than a day, of course. The repairs are less than perfect. About half our weaponry has been rendered useless. Trust is about 15 to 20% below optimum across the board. But we should count ourselves lucky that we can maneuver at all. I guess. In my second rest shift, I tried to get rest shift. Funny that you name a rest time a shift. I tried to get something to my stomach. Since we're going to fight again soon, I just don't have an appetite. Meanwhile, I is like 24/7, right? Eating. Anyway, oh, Kirara, did something happen? Nice. That's the director of the school, right? If I remember correctly. Wow. I don't have a very good memory of him. Kirara smiles when she sees my expression. Sorry. I mean, obviously, right? So they know what's going on out here. What about the students? But he sent his supplies to the Zellerm, right? It doesn't have anything to do with it. What? Huh? What? A radiant frame? What? I thought he'd only send materials and goods, so that comes as a surprise. What the heck? Still for? So it's state of the art. This is basically the Gundam. Uh-huh. I need to know. I need to know this because I'll forget. Okay. Okay. That sounds great. I really think so. Since we don't have any time before the final battle, I'd rather have an improved version of what I know than something completely new. Yeah, no point in stockpiling them, I suppose. What? Clonk sound. She puts a bottle on the table. I see red, round things inside. Are those dried plums? What the hell? But why? Well, but I mean, it's not as if we are Japanese tourists on a trip or something. This just isn't appropriate. Huh? It just doesn't fit with my image of him. But then I've only seen a very limited part of him. Well, might as well have one then. We look at each other and smile. I never thought dried plums would make me feel like this. Yeah, I'll come with you. I reach out and take her hand, quite naturally. Kirara and I have gotten pretty used to being in each other's company. On our way to the bridge, I notice something out of the ordinary. All eyes are focused on us. Kirara, what's with the stairs? She sounds rather blunt. We're not holding hands anymore. However, she mutters under her breath, and her face is red. I don't think she realizes how cute that makes her look. By the way, there are 3 types of looks we're getting. 1. Envious looks from singles. 2. Endeared looks from people recognizing their own child or grandchild in her. And again 2. Okay, 3 looks from people who can only love small people. Out of those, 2 types are only focused on Kirara and not on me, but that's only logical. And personally, I'd like to get as far away from the people in the 3rd category as I possibly can. I'm not good at being the center of attention. You're pretty embarrassed when you think now about it, right? It's nothing that involved. The only thing I'm concerned about is the bad kind of look people are giving Kirara. Or maybe I'm just being possessive. Maybe both. Either way, that's normal human emotion, so that's okay. Let's think of something else. Something that will scare those people away. Maybe I should enter the Gundam and walk in a Gundam around? Anyway. A kiss, I guess. Her face goes redder still. I wonder if she's weak to being teased. She might be. She might. Usually someone who teases a lot is weak to teases. That's a fact. I don't know why, but it works like that. Like, you know, you tease someone because you are weak if you are teased yourself. It's interesting. Anyway, Kirara grabs my arm and drags me down the corridor. I, for example, like being teased. I mean, if it's certain people, person, whatever. We're about to face our final battle, so I'm sure it's okay for us to have a little fun like this. For nobody knows for sure. It kinda depends if it annoys you or not. Anyway, what the fuck are you doing here? Get the hell out. Galor and his secretary walk down a brand new corridor. Galorn looks irritated, while the secretary seems very nervous. Maybe it will not have at all. You know what would be nuts if he was actually an Ethereal as well. I mean, he's speaking sense right now. He's actually going to the front lines? Okay. I don't like you, but you've gained a little bit of respect from me. The events at Federation headquarters come to Galorn's mind. Abandoning the place and running away was a necessity, but that didn't make it any less humiliating. But at the same time, a powerful enemy made its appearance.
ですが、早期艦を最前線に出すのは
ならばお前は戦艦の用途がただの飾りとでも言うつもりか。
Okay, okay. He's really gaining respect from me right now.
いえ、そのようなことは。
The secretary backs off, sweat appearing on his face. He searches for words and arrives at another point of concern.
総帥、早期艦の艦長はどなたになさるつもりですか？
You don't think he would?
これほどの船を扱える人間は宇宙軍にも多くはいませんが。
You don't think he would appoint you know who? Her hair is jet black color.
そこはもう手配してある。
それは一体。
As if the secretary's question was a cue, a third man comes walking down the corridor from the other direction. Galeon addresses his secretary.
彼が艦長になるが紹介は必要か。
He's back, isn't he?
そんな、まさか。
新しい帽子も似合っておるではないか。
He's back, yeah, boy! The man salutes in response. The secretary still can't wipe the startled look off his face. It was definitely him. Oh boy. No words are spoken, other than those which are necessary. The bridge is shrouded in a heavy tension. There is a light in the distance up ahead. Is that the extra dimensionals, or is it something else?
両岸から司令隊のデータが来ました。私たちの目の前にいた時よりも質量が約 3700% 増大しています。
Yeah, it's of... Come on, my bet is it was the relative of hers.
38倍か。随分と育ったもんだな。足止めができていて、これなのか？
各地の追撃を振り切った異空隊は総数に比べれば少ないです。ただ、
There are too many of them either way, aren't there?
はい、そうです。
Absorbing just the EDs that remained after the previous bundle caused the command unit to grow several times in its original size. In that light, an increase of 38 times is still on the low side.
先行したザルツ艦長たちはうまく戦っているようだな。
そうなの？
司令隊は原則的に無視。おとりが回避専念。
I don't have any caps. Damn it.
そしておとり以外は司令隊の元へ集まってきた異空隊を倒す。実に合理的だ。
餌を有効に使ってる。ただ、それでも疲労は隠せない。
Every once in a while, I calls out numbers. They keep going down.
あと40分ほどで攻撃可能範囲に到達します。
向こうの攻撃は？
送られてきたデータを見る限りでは長距離の攻撃は行っていません。
丸1日経ったデータでそれなんだから信憑性はそれなりにあるな。
Yeah, I think so too. Looks like we can hold off the preparations for the frame unit for a little longer. Actually, we should already be standing by, but this is going to be a really long fight. We want to conserve as much energy as we can before the battle starts.
今のうちに作戦を説明しておくか。と言ってもできることは限られるが。ファルはディーレカンターに音声通信をつないでくれ。
Hail deal.
了解。
Falua operates her console and soon Deal appears on the screen. You know what? One improvement to her outfit, get rid of that thing on her head. And it will be wonderful.
いや、私の作戦に協力してほしい。
内容による。緊急時だ。効果があるのならば協力しよ
う。では、まずは大前提だ。こちらの直接攻撃を得意とするイシリアル能力者は赤島歩一人。
True.
確認している。優秀なイシリアル能力者であるようだ。
その点は保証する。だが、歩むとそちらの能力者で攻撃を仕掛けても。
I clicked, I'm sorry. They casually called me a capable Ethereal. I wonder if I should feel flattered. Obviously.
その通り。だからそこでリーレとユミナの能力が必要になる。
Oh, double morale boost. Yeah.
私
える特性ということだったか。
はい、力は弱いですけど。
Oh, shut up. It's not weak. Through the screen, Deal gives Yumina an appraising look. I figured Yumina would just endure it, but she suddenly steps up to the front.
力は弱かったけど強くなる。知り得る能力が気持ちで強くなるなら、私は無理にでも強くなってみせる。
Good. Good. Overcome your limits.
私やビールの力ならみんなで戦ったことになるから。それなら誰も化け物なんて呼ばれないはずだもん。
いい面構えだ。その気迫が嘘でないこと、実践にて証明してみせよ。口だけでないならな。
She did manage to win the student council election somehow.
望むところよ。
And we've been to the dungeon. I bet she's higher level than Deal. Anyway, Deal. From up close, I can tell Yumina's resolve is the genuine article. I'm sure she's thinking of Kirara as well, and her intention to turn herself into a scapegoat.
二人の能力を使い、レイディアントフレームで攻撃を加える。だが、これでもまだ足りない。
でもそれ以上ってなるともう。
そうだ。艦艇も最前線に出す。もともとユミナたちの援護を最大限に生かすにはそうするしかないのだ。
Oh, so it increases the closer you are, which kind of makes sense.
レイディアントフレームと違い、艦艇は回避能力が低い。狙われたらすぐに落ちてしまうのではないか。
そこは私に策がある。
聞こうか。
司令隊はカラレスを取り込んだ。力や記憶をすべて奪う類のものであるようだが、それが命取りだ。
I mean, if you use it correctly.
私はカラレスの戦い方を知っている。攻撃のタイミング、狙うべき場所、手に取るようにわかる。
Interesting. Kirara has fought with him in the past, on the same ship. That's how she knows.
艦艇の回避行動をオートにしてくれ。この中域にある全艦艇のメインコンピューターを接続して私が操作する。
Damn.
お前にかかる負担は想像を絶するぞ。そしてお前のミスはおびただしい数の味方の死に直結する。
I mean, won't it be the same if we won't succeed at all?
分かっている。だがこの他に火力を補う術はない。
そこまで言うなら信じよう。攻撃を集中させるタイミングは私が受け持つ。
それは助かる。ではまた後ほど。
こちらも準備を急がせる。
Deal salutes the first time I've seen her do that. Kirara smiles faintly, and then turns to us.
最大の味方の協力は取り付けた。あとは
キララ、私の言いたいことを分かってくれた。
Bold of you to assume that we actually, you know what, maybe we don't understand because, I mean, her mind works different. Anyway, Kirara averts her eyes. Her expression is pained to say the least.
お前はあんなことを考えていたのか。化け物と呼ばれるのは私だけなのだから、あまり関係もないだろうに。
Kirara's reply visibly pisses Yumina off, and whatever.
友達だし仲間だし、そんな人を犠牲にして平気でいられるならそれこそ化け物よ。キララが守ってくれるのは確かに嬉しいわ。でもそれだけじゃダメなの。同じだけ私も守ってあげたい。そうじゃないと勝った結果キララが化け物と呼ばれるなんて、そんなので戦う気が起きるわけないじゃない。
What if you are called a monster but in a positive way? Anyway, Kirara is shocked by what she's hearing, but I think now is the time for us to make this clear. You're a big support to us, Kirara. I wish you'd realize just how important you are to us. Especially to me, goddammit!
復讐とかで自分の命を軽く考えるから簡単なことがわからなくなる。
The Rizori smile appears on Kirara's face when I points that out.
そうだな。私にはわからない。自分が生きていることに価値があるとはとても思えない。
Hmm.
キララ、まだそんな。
だが お前たちが言ってくれたことは覚えておこう。私のために怒ってくれたこともな。しかしあのユミナが生意気なことを言うようになった。
どうせ落第する予定だったの。
いや、そうじゃない。
She's so dumb.
ユミカが嬉しそうに写真を見せびらかしていたあの赤ん坊のユミナがな、という意味だ。
お母さん、そんなことしてたの？
ああ、私だけでなく昔から船に乗っているものはみんな見せられたんじゃないのか。少な
Yumina buries her head in her arms in embarrassment. Her face is so red it might catch fire at any time.
だがな、ユミナ、それが私を含めたみんなにきっと確信を与えたんだ。
確信って何の？
我が子を嬉しそうに見せびらかすような人間がどうして人類を裏切って飛空隊の味方をする？あの姿を見てユミカの裏切りを信じる者は誰もいない。
そっか、そんなに嬉しかったんだ。じゃあ恥ずかしいけど怒れないよね。ねえキララ、これから何？
It's starting.
ユミナ、
Suddenly, Yumina looks to the front of the ship, wearing an alarmed expression. Everything looks fine to me for... And realization suddenly hits Kirara.
艦首にシールド展開、急げ！
はい、シールド展開します。
Shortly after, the shield over the ship's bow flickers into life. And not a moment too soon! A blinding light accompanied by a thunderous sound. Veselerm heaves.
シールド貫通されました。損傷箇所チェック中です。長距離攻撃ってなかったんじゃないの？
That bastard!
どうやらユミナが向こうを感じたように、あいつらも私たちを感じ取ったようだな。
That means the command unit can attack in a far wider area than we initially thought.
でもどうして？これまでは長距離攻撃を行ってなかったのに。
その答えは簡単だ。さっきも言ったように司令隊はカラレスを取り込んだ。
That little piece of garbage.
者への恨み事。
Karadas, you asshole. I see. That makes sense. In which case, it's going to focus its attacks on us.
シールド展開。どうやらもう戦いは始まってしまったらしいぞ。
了解、シールド展開します。それから先ほどの攻撃による被害報告が出ました。艦首側面の装甲に被弾、それに伴う一部火器の損傷が見られます。それから通信機能がやられました。出力が極端に落ちています。ごく近距離ならともかく他の船への通信は
通信機だと？まずいな。
通信機ってことは
Yeah, it sucks. We can't enact our strategy. Everyone realizes that and is struck with terror. What now, Kirara?
よその船に移るか、それとも
Kirara thinks with all the anxious eyes on her. Then she reaches a decision.
ファルア、ゼレルムを頼む。
Like she did once before, she hands Easel's captain's hat to Falua.
黒川さんは他の船へ移られますか？
いや、私は私の一番安心できる場所で戦う。というわけで命を預けるぞ、歩む。
What? Huh? Now that was unexpected. All eyes turn to me, even though I feel really confused.
レイディアントフレームの通信機を使うのか。でもいくら力で強化するにしても出力は足りるのか。
Okay.
歩むの機体は地球近星の改良型だ。通信機の機能も大幅に上がっている。
Let's go.
つまり他の機体は無理だけど、歩むのなら作戦は遂行可能。
I guess.
そういうことだ。あとは歩む次第なのだが、どうだ？
The Radiant frame only seats one, so I'd have to cradle you the entire time.
よかったな、歩む。幸い、私はかなり軽い方だと思うぞ。
I picture Kirara in there with me, in the middle of the fight. Somehow I'm completely fine with it. I've been thoroughly beaten. Okay, let's go together, Kirara. If I'm with her, then at least I can make sure she won't rush to her death. And that's about the best situation I can think of. People are giving us envious stares, but I pay no attention to them.
さてと、Ayumuとキララもか。そろそろ待機と行こうぜ。
Yeah, got it.
私も砲座で待機する。じゃあ、私もいつに通信機壊れてても大丈夫なのかしら。
I mean, you have to level up, girl.
イシリアルを信じろ。お前の歌は真空でも遮ることはできない。
Yeah, you have to level up, girl.
わかった。そう言ってくれたキララを信じる。それでは位置についてください。タイミングはこちらで指示します。
頼むぞ、ファルア。いや、ファルア艦長代理。
私では父にも黒川さんにも全く及びません。ですが全力で務めます。
He has yet to make his appearance. I really think it's him, okay?
それでいい。
Kira smiles at Falua, then leaves the bridge. It would be also kinda cool, I would say, if suddenly Ayumu's, well, stepfather appeared in the battlefield. That would be awesome. As if that's a sign everyone else starts moving too. And he'd be like, I don't know, like Shanks. We are stopping the war, boys. Sometimes there is a tremor in the hangar, accompanied by a rumbling sound. Kira, really? Kirara mutters to herself in my arms. She's making preparations for the battle on her own personal console. Are there any problems? Oh, sorry.
通信機の壊れたゼーレルムは繋がっていない。整備班が修復を試みているわ。再び使えるようになる可能性は低い。
So we have to protect the Zellerm, in other words.
ああ、ユミナやアイだって乗っている。戦力的に見ても、その二人が欠けてしまえばアウトだ。
Okay, fine, not doing because of their fighting potential, I'm protecting them because they are my friends. Kira answers by resting her head against my chest. Oh. Ooh. Suddenly, a communications window pops up, and Zieta's voice comes through the speakers. Is he going to finally do what everyone expects of him to do? He's being as half-hearted as always. Falua looks at him with puzzled expression, which makes him even more reluctant. Still, what's he thinking? Doing this on an open line? Maybe he mistook the command because he's so nervous. Oh, come on! Everyone should just freaking scream at him right now. Even now, he chickens out. The next moment there is an impressive chorus of disappointed sighs. You're the one who opened the line, Zieda. We all know, man, we all know. Fal looks perplexed. She must have been taken aback by what just happened. Zieda scratches his head, and then faces Falua with serious expression.
この戦いが終わったらバルアに言わなきゃいけないこと
You bastard!
二人きりで会う時間を作ってくれ
I mean, you know what? On the other hand, I respect him for this. I really do. Because, I mean, he wants to keep it between the two. That's a good thing. Oh. Kirara seems impressed. I feel the same way. Looks like Zira has finally made up his mind to cross the line.
わかりました。では、必ず。
Falua's reply is met with a collective cheer from the other frame combatants.
やれやれ。なんか回りくどいですけど、隊長にしてみれば頑張って褒めてあげますよ。
I love their relationship as well. He might be like at the top of them freaking all the soldiers, but you know.
ま、やっぱり根性なしに見えるけどお前ら隊長を敬う心が足りないぞ
This is pretty amazing actually. Once again Zeta spoke one of those lines that would prove fatal back on Earth. But even though this is going to be the final battle, it somehow puts me at ease to know the combat unit is the same old. We should be fine.
作戦ポイントに到達しました。戦闘部隊、発進してください。
よし行くぞお前らさっきの無駄口の分しっかり働けよ
Zeta gets on the catapult and launches into space. Here goes Kirara!
すべては歩に任せる。
Right, this Akashima Ayumu. Launching now! I get on the catapult, the silent light in front of me turns green! My frame is shot into space at frightening speed! And we'll find out if we manage to shoot out properly in the next episode, because I need to get some sleep. Because it's the end of my additional day off. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.